guys, you're watching the JB Outdoors YouTube channel. Today we're going to be doing some camping in an inflatable tent, eating some ribeye steaks cooked over the fire on my solo stove, and just having a good time on the back side of my property, so stay tuned. Yesterday I got these pieces of logs cut and set up, so this is the entrance to my little campsite back here. So this is, like I said, the back side of my property. And been looking forward to doing this for a long time, actually. Just never had the equipment to do it. Today I brought an inflatable tent with me. For some reason I had this idea to try one, so been wanting to try one, and I kind of like any of the stuff that's easy to put up, so let's see how easy it actually is. Brought a little bit of everything with me, as you see. I didn't hold back, and in normal fashion I'm going to use an inflatable air mattress as well. So yeah, I just grabbed stuff, threw it in a little trailer on the four-wheeler here, and got it carried back here. So all right guys, so I haven't even opened this thing yet, but this is the box that it came in. I kind of like the little logo on the side of the box. So I'm gonna be very careful. Nice dual pump that it comes with. That's a must have. In typical me fashion, I still haven't looked at or read any instructions, but there's got to be a fill port somewhere on this thing. And the bugs are getting bad. Okay. So, one moment. Well, it literally took like, I don't even know, like 2 minutes to fill up. I'd say 5, but that'd be way too much. The pump was pretty cool, but I just bought that inflatable kayak, and that came with a dual pump. This one is single action. So, I don't know. Probably could have filled it up a little bit more, but maybe it's a pressure rating thing. So, let's step in. Let's check this thing out. Get some windows opened up and some breeze flowing. I still haven't staked it down. That's probably like the #1 thing you're supposed to do, but sometimes I don't even stake down my tents. You know? This is super cool. My wife bought me a hot tent a couple years ago now for my birthday in November. It was the Ozark Trail one that you can buy from Walmart, and that thing's sweet, but man, it takes some effort to put up. Come on in. I still have little adjustments to do. You got to see this as soon as I did. So, this is sweet. There's skylights in here. Come on. Working one-handed. Yeah, there's skylights. Oh yeah, this is the other cool thing about this. There's a wood stove jack, so that comes with a spot where you can put a wood stove. It looks like it's a patch that's sewn in, so you'd have to make it, but That's an awesome feature, especially if I did want to do some hot tent camping. I could utilize this, you know, for a night instead of setting up my big tent. That's a 10 by 12, so nothing too big, but you know, more than what you want to set up for one night of camping. And sometimes that's all the time that I got. So it is what it is. What's this? Oh, nice. It's got this on each side. It's somewhere for a breeze to flow through. And man, let me tell you, the bugs are ridiculous back here. So I've already coated myself in spray. So I'm gonna take a minute and open this thing up. So it legit took me 3 times as long to air up this air mattress than it did my tent. But all in all, it was like extremely easy. Like, this probably is the easiest setup tent I've ever had, ever. Probably even easier than those like those pop-up tents that all like retract or, you know, whatever. So super happy with it so far. Obviously it's hard to tell any kind of longevity, but it seems to be kind of made of decent material. No different than any other, you know, like this stuff. It's definitely thicker than air mattress material. Feels like it'll hold up to more stuff. It is nice, I can stand up in the center of it. So, and I'm a little over 6 feet tall. The hard part's done, so now all I have to do is set up camp, really. I mean, I've got some tiki torches that I've had for a long time and never get the chance to use them. And I like tiki torches. I think it makes you feel good vibes. And I got some stuff that's supposed to repel bugs, so that helps. Pretty cool. I went with a solo stove today because I have a fire ring, but I just don't know where I want to put a fire. And this is some pretty wet ground. You know, it probably doesn't look that wet right now, but most of the time, early in the spring and in the fall, this is all underwater. So I'm pretty fortunate to even be back here currently, but that explains the bugs. Well, I'm gonna go grab some wood. I've got plenty of wood around here, but I've got some piled up at the other spot up front. So I'm gonna go grab that, and I will be right back. We'll get a fire started. What? Did you think I was gonna bushcraft a fire? I'm cooking on a solo stove. Like, yeah, guess I'm a cheater, but don't have to do that every time. Definitely good to practice that stuff. Cheers. It always tastes better in the woods. I started sanding on a piece of walnut that I had, and it turned out pretty nice. It's only sanded down to about 120. Hopefully you can see the grain in that, but that's some seriously cool grain. I definitely enjoy woodworking with quality wood like this. Go ahead, make your jokes, but seriously, walnut is probably my favorite wood to work with. I figured I'd probably use this as a plate today, but I gotta put some oil on it. I think everybody uses, their own preferred oil, but we just have this in the house. It's just olive oil. I've always treated my wood cutting boards with olive oil like that. The Solo stove is pretty cool. They're way too expensive, I think, for what they are, but I'm sure there's a lot of manufacturing that goes into them. This part's pretty satisfying. Come here. That is really cool. You really can't beat stuff like that. Some people find that stuff in stores and like it, but I don't know, when you find something like that, you can see it, you can vision it, what you want to use it for. It's almost like it just works out. That was just the first coat. Definitely makes the green pop, but I'll be using this as a plate / cutting board today, and then this will just go into my collection of cutting board stuff for my camping stuff. I'm going to save this though. I'm going to use it again. It's pretty. I just threw on some apple, and man, I wish you guys could smell it. It's ridiculous. Any fruit wood, I'm like, some people say to not use fruit wood, something like that on beef, but Man, I love cherry and apple on just about everything. So I'm gonna let this cook the stuff off that was on it from before, and then we'll probably get the steak seasoned up. I ended up making a couple because my beautiful wife is inside, and hopefully she comes out today. If not, I'll bring her a plate. But I plan on doing ribeye steaks, and I have some sweet corn that I'll put on the grates as well. So I've got this fat ribeye that I'm gonna season up. I like this. I don't know. Some people do, some people don't. I wish it was the stuff that had salt in it. My wife thinks that I need less salt. I'm sure that goes for us all. I like some heat, so I usually lay it on pretty thick. Given that this thing is as thick as it is, I am going to start this, and then I just have this 1 ear of corn. I was gonna do more. I don't think my wife's gonna join us. So yeah, let's get this thing on the grate. I'm kind of unsure how cooking on the Solo stove goes. What I'm a little worried about is that the Solo stove is a little too efficient and makes too much heat. But it's hard saying. I've never cooked on it before. They are known for being the smokeless fireplace or fire pit, whatever. Usually I try to soak my corn, but I definitely didn't plan ahead. Oh, baby. Yeah, that's it. Still pretty rare. To be expected, it's pretty fat. When I bought it, I did not expect it to be as big as it is. The package said it was a pound. It's 1.06 pounds. And my goal is to eat it. I won't need any more food, that's for sure. I think a couple more minutes and I'll be ready. All right, I'll let this thing rest. Look at this. Yes. Yes. Pretty excited, guys. I first started cooking ribeye steaks on the fire when we were in Kentucky on the top of Black Mountain at Cumberland State Park, moto camping. And my loser brother that moved away currently and I found these ribeye steaks at the local grocery store. Cooked those at like midnight at this campground during this 10-day trip that we were on. Ended up being the best steak we ever cooked. Could not ever remake that steak. We tried again this year, didn't happen. So now every time I cook over the fire, gotta have a ribeye steak. And again, my loser brother that moved away, he would totally be here right now. So it kind of fell apart right where I stabbed it a little bit ago. But man, If that ain't a medium, maybe medium rare steak, it's looking pretty amazing. I got my little doodad camp fork thing. This trip I ended up carrying a knife for the first time, and I kind of like having a straight blade. So if you have a recommendation for a good straight blade, let me know, because this is just some cheap one that I had laying around, but definitely into finding quality products. Oh my God. That very well could be the steak of the quality that Austin and I cooked that night. Man, that is very good. Good Michigan sweet corn. I don't have any butter or anything. Some people smother their corn in butter. I don't like to do that because I think it takes away from the natural like sweetness of the kernel. But not that I'm some corn aficionado. But you want to talk about taking away from the flavor of the corn. Get yourself some Tony Chachere's. Again, the stuff with salt is so much better, but I don't know. Maybe I need less salt in my life, I don't know. Yeah, you don't need butter. You can tell this pot's not cooked. It's like pale or something. But the rest of the kernels look to be cooked. I mean, I'm gonna eat it anyway. You don't really care to watch me eat, do you? I think I'm gonna finish this and get cleaned up. See you guys in a little bit. Well, I ate about half the steak. I could probably eat more. I'm not really looking to be miserable tonight to prove a point, but the corn was really good. Steak was amazing. Yeet! I could probably throw that in the fire, but I might as well return it. Maybe feed something else. It's always nice to yeet something every once in a while, too. Definitely gonna save the steak, though. Hopefully this bag is clean enough. And I'll put it in my cooler. And we'll have it for breakfast tomorrow morning. Maybe with some coffee. Definitely starting to calm down, though, for the night. It's starting to get dark. I lit up the tiki torches a little bit ago just to hopefully help mitigate some bugs. And my new little plate, camping plate table thing worked out really well. It's just paper towel, calm down. Usually I do pretty quiet breakfast slash coffee making videos. And I never really talk about this little cook set that I got. It was actually an Amazon find. A lot of my stuff comes from Amazon. It's just easy. When I'm vacationing, I try to support local business and whatnot, but if I'm home and searching, it's Amazon. But I think this was like $30 for the whole set. So you have a cook pot, a little foldable spork. It's just one of those afterthought things. If I don't bring something, at least I know I have something packed. And then inside this little orange case is the burner that goes on to butane? Isobutane propane fuel mix canister. And the canisters are readily available at most stores. I'm sure it's a common thing. But yeah, it just folds out, screws on. And one thing I like about this one compared to like my Coleman camp stove is this little burner has a igniter on it. So, that's how I make coffee. I moto camp with this set. It definitely is a must. It's got a lot of miles on it now, too. The coffee I've been drinking lately is this West Coast breakfast blend from Water Street. Water Street Coffee in Kalamazoo, Michigan. It's only like an hour from where I live, so I think it's pretty cool to find a good local roaster. Part of moto camping, we've been I usually try to incorporate coffee in camping and just stop and smell the roses before you get up and jam for a day. So I typically like to buy whole bean coffee. So I bought this little grinder as well. So it comes apart. This is where the grounds will fall into. And then you'll put your beans in the top grinder part. And then you just grind. Definitely is a lot of work for what it's worth. If you need a cup of coffee right now, this probably isn't the route. So just about the time that it takes for that to boil, it takes you to grind enough grounds for a cup. I can link this stuff on the description down below too. Definitely stuff that's still available. My little spoon came in handy because the base of this dripper is about the same size as the fat little cup that this thing comes with. Like I said, if you're like really needing a cup of coffee right away, this probably isn't for you, but I don't know. It's a neat little project to help you wake up. And like I said, normally I do quieter videos. I'm usually camping with other people. My coffee is still dripping. I'll take you guys back in the tent and do a little walkthrough. I know I showed this to you yesterday, but I don't think I really focused on the construction of the tent, which I should have. I think I was just a little too excited. But you can see the whole ridge. Each ridge is these inflatable tube as well as the uprights. So that's what constructs the tent, or erects the tent. And there's plenty of room in here. I was looking at the layout this morning as I lay here staring at my ceiling fan that isn't here and can't sleep, and realized I could probably put a bed up against one wall because there's a door on either side. So the door kind of goes straight through if you wanted to. You could have one here and one on the far side. But then I'm thinking, I definitely have to hot tent this thing. So this is a sewn in patch that's like that PVC material that's probably meant to get hot. But I'm gonna cut that out when that time comes, and then on the outside it has a Velcro sleeve. So let's go out and look at that. Do another little pour over. This nice little Velcro patch with the loop to roll it up. I am looking forward to doing that. I mean, it's normal. The outside of it's just normal tent material, nothing fancy, so kind of curious to see how it does in the rain. My other hot tent has multiple layers of fabric and like a waterproofer, where that's just like the normal tent material. So I'm gonna sit down and enjoy some coffee before the inevitable pack up and back to reality. So luckily I don't have to work this weekend or anything. Normally I'm on call for most of the time, but I'm getting ready to go to Colorado, and it's going to be my first time ever in Colorado. It's still really hot. So I'm really looking forward to that trip. We're doing some moto camping in the Rocky Mountains. It's crazy even saying that, because that's something I never thought I'd be able to do. But we've got a good group of friends that like to do that as well. So I think that's definitely a driver of it. Once you have like-minded people that have similar interest and want to go on those big trips and capable of going on those big trips. So very thankful for my group of friends, Doug, Sabah, Mateo the Destroyer, and my brother Austin, my sister Maddie, and I think that's the 5 of us. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool to say that. Yeah, it's worth the wait. Can't really see it right now, but you're pretty much facing the sun, the sunrise. This area that I'm in right now is so heavily wooded and shaded that you can't see it. If I basically go trespass, I can go out to where we can see the sunrise, but I'm not really interested in trespassing this morning. That is a good cup of coffee. Well guys, if you made it this far in the video, I absolutely appreciate you. I appreciate you even if you watch a minute or 2 minutes, 3 minutes of this video. It's a lot to show all in one, I think, but I think it's worth it. I'm going to leave you guys on this note and start to pack up. So I'm just going to take my time and drink my coffee, pack up for the day, and then start getting ready for this trip that I'm going on. I only have a few days left to get ready for it. So again, my name's Justin with JB Outdoors. Appreciate every single one of you. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you guys on the next video.